Yeah, it's pretty windy out. And just looking at the lake, if you look at it, you see green, blue, green. Green. Maybe it's blue, green, blue, green. I don't know. It's weird how nature works sometimes, is it not? Now maybe it's just, I was looking at it here. Now that looks, till you get a close up like that, then it's once again blue, green, blue, green. Or no, blue, green, blue. Nature. I wish I can get a video of the roadrunner that keeps coming around here. So Bill is eating potato chips and a Slotski's sandwich. And he got me a Slotski's calzone, and I can only eat half of it because that thing is huge. I mean, if I ate the whole thing, I'd have been uncomfortably full, and I don't like being uncomfortably full, so I put it away for later. Because half of it is bigger than his sandwich. And he loves his tater chips.
I almost got you the veggie sandwich. But I decided just like see if they'll make it. And I said I want a calzone, but I want it with the veggie sandwich style.
And they did?
And she kind of like sat there and looked at the register for a few minutes. And this says, so you want a calzone made with all the veggie sandwich? You want cucumbers and onion? I'm like, yep. So, okay. She made it.
Sweet. Well, at least Slotski's, at least two of them that we know of, have a, you know, we'll go out of our way for the customers so they come back attitude. Which, it would be nice if more businesses were that way, would it not? Okay, well, say bye-bye, Bill.
Bye-bye, Bill.
That looks like an iguana. Nature. Yeah, an iguana on a tree. It's April 28th. I wanted to say 1962. It's April 28th, 2024. I am 62 years old today. This would make it my good luck year. It's beautiful outside right now, though there's a lot of clouds. And it was really windy last night, and it was rainy and stormy this morning, and lightning and all this and that. Right now it's pretty peaceful. You can probably hear the birds doing their choo 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 choo. I seen a roadrunner earlier, and I think I got a little picture of it. Wanted to, and so it showed up for my birthday, but it's kind of a distance, so if I put it on here, I'm probably gonna have to blow it up a little bit. But yeah, I mean, the life of a nomad, right? I mean, it's something I've wanted for years. My late husband and I was going to do, and circumstances, and we didn't have it happen, and now I'm finally a nomad with the man I love, and life is an adventure, and this is just new. I mean, Bill considers our adventure starting on the 17th when I was in the hospital, because, you know, I was in the hospital, and he, you know, got that room close by the hospital where he was working at the time just before he retired. I went home for one night, everything kind of fell through, and we moved out and hadn't been back. And of course we stayed at Studio 6, and now we're camping, and we're gonna go from camping back to Studio 6 to Dayton and so on. And I'm not worried about telling anybody where I'm going, because, you know, my children live at what we now call the house, so I don't have to worry about someone breaking into the house because they know I'm on vacation. I'm on a forever vacation. Just a forever vacation. This is what I wanted. And there was a time not so long ago I didn't think it was going to happen. You know, miracles happen. So here it is, a beautiful day. And it's my birthday. And I'm still looking forward to what's coming up next while I'm enjoying the moment. Yeah. That's what I'm doing. Little Tweety birds. It's still kind of cloudy. Earlier there was a little boat out in the water. I don't see it now. Oh, there's one right over there. See right. I cannot see my finger. But there is a boat over there. It's so cool outside.
So he just.
See the lake? Probably not. Why? Because it's there. But it disappeared. Why? Because the clouds have decided to come from the sky to the earth. Aw, shit. Good morning. We are at Cedar Hill, and this is officially, well, it is the last day for us, but it wasn't officially the last day for us. We were going to stay until Friday, and today is only Wednesday. Thing is it's going to be raining for 2 days, and we didn't want to get stuck doing everything in the mud, or have to take everything out and dry it out. We got enough stuff we got to do before we go to Dayton. So we're in the process of packing up. We'll let them know that we're going bye-bye so they can come down and do whatever it is that they got to do to prepare for the next visitors. We will be going down to storage and putting some of the things in storage, and then putting the things that we need for the motel in the car. We're going to drop off the van, go down to a motel in Fort Worth, Studio 6, so that we can go visit my mom. And probably visit her either tomorrow or day after or whatever. We just got to get things straightened out and figure out what we're going to do. After we visit Mom for a day or two, we're going to go to the Studio 6 in Arlington, take the van in to get the van all fixed up. Yes. Because the van is going to be going on a long trip to Dayton. And Bill plans on doing some work in the van to make it a little bit more livable. So if we have to sleep in it or whatever, we can. It's not going to be a permanent fix. It's going to be a temporary, but we're going to be experimenting with many things as we live our nomadic lifestyle. Probably picking up tidbits of information from nomads that have been doing it for a while. And yeah, what's just going on here? So far, we're enjoying our nomadic lifestyle, but have not left Texas yet. But Bill will tell you we've been nomad since the 17th when I was in the hospital, because he has officially not been back in the house to sleep. And I mean, we've been to the house, but not to live. I was for one night, and then everything went. So anyways, yeah, so far enjoying the nomadic lifestyle. Yeah, I mean, sleeping on a slope, which he's busy taking that down. We were on a slope. Then when you get on flat land, you think you're on a slope. That's really weird. In the rain are the two things that we go about, but at the same time, the nomadic lifestyle, there are things that are going to happen, and it's just part of the adventure that makes it even more adventurous. If everything was so perfect, I think it wouldn't be so adventurous. So have a lovely day. I'll see you later. Bye. Are you putting the rug and stuff in the van or in the car?
For what?
That stuff that's going in storage, right?
What?
The rug and the bed.
Yeah.
You want me to put it in the...
You want? You don't have to work. You've done too much already, and thank you.
Love you. So I'll just wrap it in this tarp and bring it up to the van and put it in the van. Okay, so I know that you've seen me using the crutches, putting them up, and then doing some work. And here's the thing is, I can walk for a little while. After doing so much walking, I tend to collapse. And yesterday, you know, my knees are giving out, my hip was giving out. I should have really used my wheelchair yesterday, but I didn't. But I also use call the twins my crutches to help support me when I'm walking and save some energy. So what do you do when the one who used to run circles around the other one has now lucky that they could take a step around the other one because they slowed down so much more used to. And the thing is that there are so many jobs that can be done while sitting down. And when I get to where I can't walk around that much, I simply do those jobs, you know, and that includes, you know, cleaning the mud off the stakes and whatever other sit-down type of jobs I can do. And believe it or not, even though he's pretty much getting stuck doing the bigger jobs that he has to take a break from time to time, this helps take some pressure off of him. Like, I could sit down and put, like the chair I was using, I sat down to take it apart and put it in the bag, and, you know, sitting down to washing these steaks. And yes, he's doing the bigger work, but then he doesn't have to do this work. And it's kind of like sometimes when you have a small child that wants to help, and you know the small child is not big enough or capable to do some of the big things that he or she wants to do. So you hand the small child a simple job and you say, here, do this. And sometimes they're happy to do it because they know they're helping. Other ones might be like, no, I wanted to do with the big stuff. But the point is once the small child wants to help, and you can get the small child to even do something as simple as this, it is a big help. And they don't realize it sometimes. Sometimes they do. Sometimes, oh, I helped, you know. But it is because it takes the pressure off the person who's doing the bigger job, where they don't have to worry about this. It's done. And sometimes, you know, it could be so exhausting for someone that they just won't even do this, and it'll be muddy and it won't be as nice or as easy, or they'll have to do it later. But keeping your steaks clean and taking good care of your equipment is part of what helps you to keep your equipment and what keeps the equipment working properly. So if when I'm getting to where walking becomes difficult and I have to sit down and do something, at least I can do something to help maintain the equipment. So we're going to be clearing off the table and taking that big tarp and putting it over the table and folding it and taking the rest of that stuff down. Okay, I will tell you, that was a lot of work for me. For both of us, really. He's in the process of trying to tie it up. I don't know if I got it or not, but I'm kind of proud that I held out. But it's 11:05. We still got put the stuff in the van, and I'm about done. And that was a big ass tarp. And he's trying to tie it up right now. But even though I have disability, I'm going to do what I can, because I'm not completely disabled, obviously. But sometimes what I end up doing is too much, and I pay for it at the end of the day. Now, even without disabilities, we can end up doing too much and pay for it at the end of the day, but I can't do as much as I used to, which is disappointing. But a lot of what I was helping him with, I used to do by myself, excepting we didn't have the double wedge, we just had the single wedge, and I used to do the single wedge by myself. It was last year, and I was trying to help my son put up the single wedge at Lake Cooper that I couldn't, and you know, I look back and I could see the signs of my abilities getting less and less. Like last year I went to Trekkies for my birthday, which I had got. And because I knew that it was getting more difficult for me to walk and I needed something for each side, and Trekkies seemed like a good idea. I wasn't even thinking crutches because I wasn't ready to admit that I had a disability up until after Lake Cooper, when it got to where I could barely do anything. So when I'm thinking about the past, spam caller. I can see where my abilities were getting less and less, and it's around this time when the walking gets difficult. It's the beginning of the year when all the other stuff happens, like if I have a heart attack or a stroke, or like this time all the problems with my intestinal system, the things that land me in the hospital. But it's around this time when the walking starts getting more difficult. And we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm doing better, it seems, since we left the house and we started Nomad life, but we'll see what happens. Often we always slip and fall. Use some of the medicine from that clamp on my leg and actually give you an idea how my mind works. Somebody obviously put something hot there. I don't know about you, but I see a face, maybe an alien face. What do you think? Okay, so we left the camp, we went down to storage, and we are now at Olive Garden getting something to eat before we get a motel.